Good morning. Welcome to Life's Dream number 107, Just Cause, or Just Cause. And this is Corky singing.
This will be oh beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains, majesty above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee and crown that good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Story time.
Good morning and welcome to Story Time.
Story time.
Life's Dream number 107, Just Cause, or Just Cause.
Just cause. Just cause.
We're going to be making a grand detour into the Dixon, Illinois area where puns and politics make a grand convergence. This is a painting above our fireplace by lover of life and artist Jane Cress Edgar, also a very dear friend of ours. So that painting is a rendering of her art studio in Grand Detour, Illinois. If you look closely, you can probably see Jane painting away inside one of the windows.
The self-portrait.
It's just a few miles from Dixon, where she and her real estate husband developer, both of them are friends of Folk Stage on WTTW, Ralph Edgar, founded an art gallery. It was about 12 years ago when Chamber Blues was asked to perform at their art gallery, The Next Picture Show in Dixon, Illinois. They lived near Dixon in a historic, charming little village, Grand Detour. Early every September, the local farmers would climb down from their tractors, set up chairs in the fields or their chicken coops or cow barns for plein air painting, where there is plenty of fresh air and inspiration. Eventually, there is a juried art show in the gallery with blue ribbon first prize, second, third, and honorable mention for this wine and cheese soiree, including a performance. The paintings are really quite exceptional. Choosing winners was beyond impossible. As you may have expected, Corky became known as the notorious punster just overnight in Dixon. Ralph Edgar chortled, "I have a brother that Corky must meet. His name is Bob Edgar, and his puns might be even worse than Corky's. I don't think that's possible."
They were worse.
Ralph wanted to get the two of them together as he thought they'd surely make a fast friendship. That's what he said, but actually, he just wanted to see their heads explode. So Ralph arranged a rendezvous with Bob and Corky in Grand Detour and Dixon. What Corky didn't know is that he was already a huge fan of Bob Edgar.
I was a huge fan.
Bob was a two-term senator in Pennsylvania, head of the National Council of Churches for 7 years, confidant of presidents, and CEO of Common Cause, the nonpartisan watchdog group celebrating its 40th anniversary. He also wrote a New York Times best-selling book, Middle Church, and Corky had heard him interviewed many times on NPR and National Public Television. And he absolutely fell in love with Bob.
I did. She tells the truth.
He had always loved whatever Bob had to say, because it was always something just spot on and insightful. Bob took politics and made it art and made it love. One time, when asked why we should put our faith in any politician when so many turn out to be just so untrustworthy, for instance, here in Illinois, most of our past governors have ended up making license plates, if you get what I mean.
For their own license plates. For them and everyone else.
In Illinois.
Yeah, in Illinois.
From prison. Bob responded, "There are many politicians who are simply just servants of the people, of truth, of goodness. Those are the ones we should follow and support. And that alone can make the world a better place." Bob and Corky, of course, got along famously as puns were flying furious and fast. In 2010, Bob invited us to come to DC and help celebrate the 40th gala anniversary for Common Cause at the infamous Mayflower Hotel. He explained that he wanted Corky to be the sparkle to energize the attendees in between the speeches. There was quite an all-star invitation list in attendance, with Ariana Huffington, Sam Watterson, Martin Sheen, senators of all makes and modals, authors, and scientists. We attended many of the breakout conferences and learned a lot more about nonpartisan politics. One day, Bob invited us to lunch and to visit his office in Washington, D.C. As we walked into the lobby of the office building, the concierge got really excited when we announced we were there to meet with Bob Edgar. He said, Bob Edgar, he's a saint. He's an absolute saint. He helped my family when we were in big trouble. I'm so happy that you're going to get the opportunity to meet Bob Edgar. Corky had a friend who lived in D.C. and needed some help. He asked Bob's assistants for some guidance, and she said, tell Bob. Corky really didn't want to bother Bob, but the assistant said, Bob loves helping people. Then Bob wanted to set up a meeting with this fellow, and Corky insisted, just some guidance would be enough. But Bob insisted on helping directly, firsthand, in person, and ended up following through with many other connections. As we exited the office, even the janitor stopped us and told us stories of how Bob had helped him and how much everyone absolutely loved Bob Edgar. As it happened, there are 35 chapters in various states across the United States.
It sounds like you just said 35 chapters of Bob's life.
Oh, sorry, 35 chapters of Common Cause.
Yeah, no, I mean, I wrote that for Holly, but it did sound like, which is sort of cool. It sounded like
well, that
Bob
could be true also.
You said, and they absolutely everyone loved Bob, and there are 35 chapters across the country.
I'm sure that's probably true.
Yeah, but there are 35 chapters of the organization Common Cause.
However, in 2010, there was not, surprisingly enough, a chapter in Illinois. Corky proclaimed at the Gala 40th anniversary event
in Washington,
D.C. in 2010 that he and I would plant the seeds to start a Common Cause chapter in Illinois. Common Cause Illinois now celebrates its 10th anniversary in winning fights for ethics reform, voting rights, and the like. This year, Common Cause Illinois will host...
it's funny, I can interject something here, is that when we started calling people, friends of ours, saying, we were going to start a chapter here of Common Cause, to fight for ethics reforms, to fight for ethics reform and everything. Literally everyone said, you'll never accomplish anything. Illinois is the most corrupt state in the world. And I would say, well, that's just the very reason we could accomplish something, because there's a lot of low-hanging fruit. There's a lot we could accomplish. And, we ended up hooking up with the right people. We got the right executive directors to pick up the ball and run with it, and they accomplished amazing things. And to this day, we're still going full force. And it proved everyone wrong about that we're not going to accomplish anything. Anyway, okay, here we go.
So this year, Common Cause Illinois will host a gala celebration of Champions of Democracy on May 20th for a virtual celebration. Senator Marie Newman will be honored for her anti-bullying campaign and work towards gun control, as well as, you may remember, Senator Jamie Raskin, who worked to pass same-sex marriage equality laws. Let me say that again.
Well, I think, why don't you just say, we're honoring many, people who have done great work for that are champions of democracies, including we're going to honor the impeachment managers, and we're going to have some of them come and talk.
Okay, so we're honoring many champions of democracy at the gala event, including the impeachment managers who did such a phenomenal presentation
Of standing up
to criminality wherever it may rear its head, which was in 2020, the White House, with the impeachment trial of Donald Trump. We hope you will join us May 20 to support democracy and those on the front lines fighting, as John Lewis has said, fighting the good fight, and support common cause with us on May 20. So this was from an introduction Corky gave at one of the Common Cause Illinois events in 2016. And I will let Corky.
Oh, you're gonna let? Oh no, I think. Okay, I'll read it. So, let's see. So this is 2016. It was one of our gala events, and I was introducing one of our directors. There always was, and always will be, forces that undermine the good. So the eternal daily question is, what can I do? It looks like we all here have asked that question and have answered it, because we're here. We're here together supporting great work. In the next days, when people express complaints about the news of the day, and I'm sure they will, tell them that Common Cause has had their backs for 46 years, defending our democracy. Ask them to think about where we'd be today if we all helped Common Cause win the day for voting rights, fixing gerrymandering, fair elections, money out of politics, one person, one vote, and all these non-partisan missions. Suggest they take that beautiful energy, which is wasted on fear or anger and useless complaints, and instead use it to change the world and join us at Common Cause. That was my little speech, and that's story time.
Thank you for joining us.
So are we going to say goodbye now?
Peace out.
Are we going to say goodbye?
Yes, I guess
Okay,
we will.
well, let's say it
goodbye.
together.
All right.
Oh, we got to do it this way.
So, goodbye.
Okay,
And we will see
wait,
you.
let's do this. Let's do a new shot for goodbye.
Check it out and join us. We'll be there. We'll be there on May 20th.
Also go to corkymusic.com/stream, and all the links will be there. You know what? And I'm going to put up a link for Common Cause.
Brilliant.
That was smart.
Oh,
I never
imagine that.
Imagine that.
Very smart.
So thank you for listening to Politics. I know Kinky Friedman said something like politics to him. Poly meant many, and ticks is a blood-sucking vermin. But for me, I look at politics as, like political. I feel like it's poly, meaning kindness, goody two shoes, kindness, and tickles. Poly-tickles.
Okay.
Political.
On that
Poly-tickle.
note,
Poly-tickle.
we'll see you soon, and see you on the Zoom.